Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Battlegrounds in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. Fight Society Friday Night Fights 3. My name's Jim Amata, being joined by Pittsburgh legend, the fight director Paul Atlas. And Paul, here in September, we have another action-packed night of fist-up, throw-down action.
That's right, Jim, and tonight we're going to start out with a man we haven't seen in the Battlegrounds for a while, Mr. Timothy Titan, and his opponent, one of the best in the area, Kato.
And now currently ranked number 10 with 5-fight victory from Altoona, Pennsylvania, weighing 202 pounds. He is the hero of
Kato, a two-time PWX heavyweight champion, a man that ran the Roost in central Pennsylvania for several years. Quite simply, Kato is timeless, and he's looking to be in as good a shape as ever.
Yeah, Kato has definitely lost some weight. He's been hitting the gym. He's really got himself down in the fighting weight, and he's going to see what he can do tonight against Timothy Titan, like I said, who's not been in the Battlegrounds for a few months. So we're going to see what Titan has in store and what he's been doing since he's been gone.
Well, Titan is goofy as a pet coon. Titan now claims to be king of the internet, and I don't want to know what type of websites that Timothy Titan visits in his spare time.
Does he even know how to spell internet?
Collar and elbow tie up here. Kato going to grab a side headlock, tried and true. Kato will undoubtedly have the technical wrestling advantage by sheer experience. That and Titan is so unorthodox both in and outside of the ring. He's a really difficult equation for people to figure out.
Yeah, Kato keeping him on the mat with that headlock. You saw Titan trying to find maneuvers to get out of it, but Kato definitely controlling the head at this point.
You see, Titan, even as goofy as he is, he knew enough to get his shoulders off the canvas, and Kato, being the wise veteran he is, knows the canvas is where you can score that pinfall. Took Titan right back down to the mat.
Yeah. And so far, if you notice, Kato getting him down on that mat with head control, fighting off every counter that Timothy Titan has tried so far.
We can really see the physical chess match taking place inside the squared circle right now. Kato shoots off, puts Titan down to the canvas.
I got to tell you, this is a newer version of Kato. Slimmed down, he's moving much quicker. His moves are a lot crisper. Kato's really taking life serious right now.
Yeah, certainly took the time to recharge his batteries, and it shows. And Titan is seeking the safety of the outside, looking to regroup here.
Now the wrestling equivalent of a timeout, Timothy Titan bails out to the floor, try to collect his thoughts and whatever other images are in that head of his.
So what thoughts is he collecting? Kato looks like he's asking for a Greco-Roman knuckle lock, and Titan, as usual, looks a little perplexed, a little confused.
I'm not sure he knows what that is. Kato's swearing he won't pull anything shady here, but I've known Kato for a lot of years, and I don't know if I trust him on that one. Like I said.
And Paul, you have to think with Kato, you know, we mentioned how he's really recharged his batteries. He's trimmed down a lot, which quite frankly adds years to his career. You have to think, will this rejuvenated Kato look to put himself back in position for a championship shot in championship contention, because that Fight Society championship, quite frankly, is one of the few things that he doesn't have on his resume.
Well, is there any other reason to be here in Fight Society? If you're not looking to be the champion, there's no reason to be here whatsoever. And Kato is definitely looking like he's in fighting shape. And he definitely, I can tell you right now, has that Fight Society championship in the back of his mind. I'm going to tell you, Kato and I have been up and down the road on one side, on the same side, on opposite sides. This guy is a master, and there's no flaws in his game.
As Titan powdered out. And Kato's going to push forward here. He's not going to let Titan get another free timeout, so to speak.
No, he won't.
And Titan just dropped like a stone on that one, man.
Hey, Kato wants to give the fans what they want. Someone offering him a foot now.
I think Champ has the bionic shoe. It might have knocked Titan out.
And hard as this is to believe, I think that Timothy Titan right now is on Dream Street.
And that's Fight Society for you.
That's right. If it's there, it's usable.
And Paul, I got to be honest, I think Titan was a little unprepared for his return here to the Fight Society. This one's been very one-sided so far.
Yeah, right now he looks extremely unprepared. And I'll tell you what, you're unprepared in Fight Society, you're going to go home packing quick.
Kato isn't just one step ahead of Titan. Kato may be 2 or 3 steps ahead.
At this point, they're not even on the same street.
Kato may be calling this an early night. Going for that patented Kato crunch.
That's it. We don't get paid by the hour in this business. Put them away as quick as you can.
Titan out the back door, I believe, may have raked Kato's eyes on the way over. And this is what I'm talking about, that unorthodox nature of Titan just trying to do anything he can to wrench away at the knee. And I don't have to tell you about knee injuries.
No. And, you know, we talk about Kato's new slimmed-down physique and how he's gotten faster and looking a little stronger, but
and what a way to slow him down, trying to take out those knees.
There's still that factor of father time, and he catches up to all of us sooner or later, and as you get older, those joints get weaker.
Cover here. You know, Titan's crazy, but he may be crazy like a fox, because as we said, Kato with that increased agility, one way to put an end to all of that is to take out the knees, which is exactly what Titan is doing here.
Yeah, you take the wheels out, he's not going to be able to get that base, he's not going to be able to fight.
And I believe this is what makes Titan so dangerous, is he's awkwardly wrenching the kneecap of Kato over that bottom rope.
Yeah, this guy's definitely a little unglued.
And somehow, maybe by accident, Titan is employing some strategy here. Because again, this is slowing down Kato.
Yeah, he's taking that base out of him. Now he's trying to take the wind out of him.
Yeah, restricting the breathing, trying to clamp down on that artery. Kato slips out, but for how long? Because again, Titan now has a target to work on, can go right after the knee.
But as goofy as he is, he's kind of abandoned that strategy.
Cover here very wisely done, because again, Titan saw his opponent on the canvas and saw an opportunity for a pinfall. And unsurprisingly, Titan looks a little perplexed as to what to do next. He grapevines the leg.
Yeah, I think at times his strategy is he really has no strategy.
What do you think I said?
I'm not sure what Titan was going for there, but
he missed it by a mile.
Swing and a miss.
Kato now trying to gather himself up here, trying to get this crowd behind him here at the Battlegrounds.
A little too much bravado from the Timothy Titan may come back to bite him. Runs into a back elbow. Can the nearly 2-decade veteran rally back here? Avoids the contact. And Titan has absolutely nowhere to go. No impromptu timeouts in this juncture for Titan. Kato's going to have to try to gut through the pain here.
And so is Titan now after that. He's going to sing an a cappella come Sunday in the choir.
And things are going from bad to worse for Titan.
He may be standing while he's singing now.
And there's the patented Kato faceplant. But Titan kicked out. I'm surprised, and so is Kato.
So is Kato. And I'll tell you what, he had the bridge up. He had full weight down on him. And Kato was in complete disbelief that Timothy Titan was able to get out of that.
Could be a matter of moments before Kato closes the show. Kato Crunch has won him
Titan
championships. Now, wait a minute. Titan has the ropes here. And
yeah, and our referee saw
referee
that.
George Ross is going to admonish him. Titan is so delusional, he thinks he won this whole thing. Titan hesitated, and you can't do that with Kato. Kato Crunch.
He got it. He hit it all, too.
Good night. See you later.
Game time in 9 minutes, 22 seconds. Your winner, the hero of time, Kato!
I'm going to tell you what, Paul. Kato looks rejuvenated. He looks refocused. And he may have his sights set on that Fight Society championship.
Oh, he most definitely does. And I think it'll only be a matter of time before he secures that championship match.
There may be yet another chapter in the storied career of Kato.
Currently ranked number 23, with no as yet fight victories, hailing from the other side of the line, weighing 210 pounds. He is the Enigma, Lucio Deveer.
And speaking of athletes that have got themselves in phenomenal shape, Paul, Lucio Deveer is a young man that needed a chance, needed an opportunity, needed a platform. And Fight Society has become his platform.
And not only that, but speaking about wrestlers who are off their rocker, I think we got that in Lucio Deveer as well.
And his opponent, currently ranked number 16, with 4 fight victories, hailing from the Vaine state. This is Scarlett.
She doesn't just defy gender stereotypes, she breaks the damn barrier. A walking weapon. One of the most dangerous athletes to step foot in a Fight Society ring. Scarlett. An uncontrollable inner rage runs through that young lady.
And since she's broken out on her own, she's gotten even more and more dangerous.
And here's a meeting of the minds, huh, Paul?
Oh, between two unarmed opponents, I think.
Freud would have a field day with these two.
I'm telling you, that was Rorschach test. That would be something I'd want to sit in on.
Collar and elbow tie-up gets us started off. And immediately, Scarlett going to try to assert her dominance.
Conventional lockup from two unconventional wrestlers right there.
And that's the other dangerous trait of Scarlett. Not only is she physically imposing, but she will get in your head. And this time it's Lucio able to use the leverage.
And
I don't think you can hesitate with Scarlett. I'm sorry.
he seems a little bit torn here.
I told you, you don't hesitate. And
I'll tell you what, I don't care if his mama told him never hit a woman. Scarlett's not your average woman.
Back elbow puts Scarlett down, and I believe that slap has let Lucio know he's in for a fight right here.
Yeah, that seems to have woken up the Enigma. Easy for me to say.
2.5. I don't blame you, Paul. I'm nervous with these two out here as well.
They're probably a good 50 feet away from us.
Lucio launching himself with a senton like a kamikaze. Finds 2. And Paul, with the rankings, I mean, as the fight director, you can speak to this extensively. With the rankings so important, you have to think both for Scarlett and Lucio, 2 athletes that have really made their bones here in the Fight Society, how important a win can be here.
Oh, without a doubt. Like I said, Fight Society, you got to earn your position. Nothing's given to you. We don't care how long you've been in this business. We don't care what kind of athlete you are, competitor, brawler, wrestler. It doesn't matter. You don't win, you don't move up.
Beautiful overhead throw, lateral press to follow up, hooks the leg. Scarlett gets the right shoulder up. And Lucio maybe talking to a few of those voices in his head to figure out what he's going to do next.
Hey, in his mind, they have some really good ideas.
Huge lariat in the corner. And a second to put Scarlett down to the canvas, and Scarlett showing wisdom beyond her years, seeking the solace of the outside.
Yeah, she's taking that wrestling's version of a timeout there right now. You know, Scarlett might be young, but let's face it, she's been with some real stiff knowledge that she's gotten so far in this business. Part of that group with Christian Noir, and recently she's gotten some advice from Queen Aminata.
Lucio got overzealous, got hung up, and now it is Scarlett back on the offense here. One of the many things that is so damn scary about Scarlett is you can tell she really enjoys fighting in there. She enjoys hurting other people.
Oh, and she don't mind getting punched in the mouth either. That seems to really invigorate her when that happens. And she's not going to stop. She's just going to keep coming at you.
I'm telling you, Paul, you can see that inner rage course through her body.
It's almost like she's got to stop herself from literally killing her opponent.
Lucio trying to fight back in an act of self-preservation. But Scarlett's not going to stop. The only thing she does is look for more opportunities to inflict punishment. I mean, look at the look on her face. She's smiling in there.
Oh, yeah, she wants to hurt people.
Gonna follow up here. Second lateral press on the shoulders. And while she had the shoulders pinned down, without the leg in that exchange, it may have limited the leverage that she could obtain in that pinfall predicament.
Yeah, and I almost don't know if she didn't care about that, because now she gets to beat on him some more.
And this is nasty, just dropping elbows as she has Lucio boxed in the corner, his head ricocheting like a ping pong ball.
High impact concussion right there to the side of the head with those big elbows.
You get hit in the ear, that's going to knock her equilibrium off as well. And that is blunt force trauma from Scarlett.
Just straight shots, keeping Lucio Deveer down and out. Now here she comes, that big bowling ball.
Oh, man, just squashed Lucio in the corner. You want to talk about impact. And this could be all here.
Yeah, you want to talk about impact and strength. How in the world is his hair staying up through all this?
Some questions we'll never know the answer to, Paul.
I guess not. Only his barber can tell.
We're going to find out where Scarlett's going right here. Went for a Vader bomb, and Lucio again avoids the contact to save his life and his chances in this matchup.
Yeah, but I think this just makes Scarlett stronger.
Lucio puts on the brakes, going to try to rally back here. And caught Scarlett in the forehead that time. What a physical back and forth fight we have here.
Lucio taking it to Scarlett now like I've never seen Scarlett have it taken to her before.
Scarlett getting back up, almost daring Lucio to take another swing.
I'm telling you, she loves this kind of stuff.
Could be going for that Death Valley driver. Into a TKO. That's a new one in the arsenal. Lucio digging deep in the playbook. And Paul, I don't know how she got out.
That's amazing.
That was a perfectly hit TKO. Lucio cannot hesitate. You just can't do it.
Not against Scarlett, that's for sure.
Diving knee strike. And Paul, this is competition. These are two athletes, regardless of gender, that are making a statement right here.
That's right. That's what Fight Society is all about. Straightforward, punch you in the mouth wrestling action.
Reverse from Lucio. Into the code breaker. And will that be enough? One thing we have to say, when the opportunity presents itself, Lucio goes for that cover.
That he does. He's trying to put her away as quickly as he can here, but Scarlett just keeps coming back.
Lucio shoots her off here. Pick up. And the Samoan. Yeah, absolutely. And for the first time in this matchup, we're seeing some doubt etched on the face of Scarlett, a very rare occurrence for her.
Yeah, she didn't get full leverage on that cover, and Lucio Deveer was able to get out of it. Now Scarlett seems to be questioning things.
Waist lock. Lucio gonna fight for everything he's got. Scarlett catches him, puts on the brakes. Back and forth they go. And fish hooking the eyes, blatant low blow.
Hey, it's Fight Society, baby.
And Lucio got spiked. What a matchup.
8 minutes, 28 seconds. Your winner is Scarlett.
That was a fight. That was the competition that defines Fight Society. And I'm going to tell you what, Paul, we may be looking at a future Fight Society championship in that young lady right there.
Oh yeah, Scarlett's not going to hesitate to come at you and smack you in the mouth.
Now wait a minute, Lucio's got the chair. Wait a minute.
Here comes Kato. Here comes Kato.
And we saw Kato last month talk to Lucio. Kato is the trainer and longtime friend of Lucio Deveer's.
They're trying to talk some sense into him, so to speak, and tell him, hey, that's not the way to go.
That matchup was all competition.
Just because we can do something doesn't mean we should. We should have never took this match to begin with. We don't get women. We don't get women. Be better than that. Be better than that.
Kato admonishing Lucio Deveer, saying you shouldn't have hit a woman.
Kato's done a lot of nefarious things in his career, but he's trying to guide Lucio on the right path. You got to give him credit for that.
That's for sure.
And what does this mean for the next stage of the career of Lucio Deveer?
Well, time will tell. We'll see.
Number 19, with great fight victories from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, weighing 154 pounds, Zeke Mercer.
One of the most popular and one of the most talented young men to come out of the Fight Society Institute. Zeke Mercer is all energy, all action, and all enthusiasm. Win, lose, or draw, this young man gives you everything he has each and every time we see him in that squared circle.
Yeah, let's face it, this kid's all like 19, 20 years old. He's a young man trying to make a living in a grown man's sport.
And his opponent, currently unranked, with 6 fight victories from Vaine, Ohio,
Paul, I didn't know Torren Flight was in the building, but what a return to Fight Society.
That Torren Flight's been away for a few months. He's been nursing some injuries, trying to get himself healthy, and he is back at the battlegrounds trying to pick up where he left off.
Here's some trivia for you, Paul. Torren Flight was involved in the matchup to determine the first ever Fight Society champion during the inception of this project.
I knew that. I was there.
I just didn't think you would remember. I mean, that's what happens when you get in your 70s.
I know.
Fight Society action continues here. Friday Night Fights 3, September 13th of 2019. Of course, my name's Jim Amata, along with the fight director, Paul Atwis. Two of the young lions here have a chance to put on a real showcase. Paul, if you can, speak to how important it is for Torren Flight in this exchange to make a good impression on his return back here in the Fight Society.
Like I said before, Torren's been out for a few months. I know he's had some injuries. He's been trying to get himself healthy. But hey, you got to prove yourself each and every night in Fight Society. And what you've done in the past doesn't mean squat. It's what have you done for me lately. So this match is very important for Torren Flight.
And as we expected, these two very technically sound. Standing switch from Flight into the hammerlock. Going to control the head. Has Zeke all out of sorts. Takedown on the canvas. But here's the agility of Mercer. Nip up into the arm drag. Good use of the momentum there. Torren returns in kind. And what an exchange here, Paul.
Yeah, both men back and forth, counter hold, hold and counter hold.
This McKeesport crowd really appreciates the efforts of these two young lions. Smart wrestling from Zeke. Went for the Greco-Roman knuckle walk, faked out into a takedown, but he gets caught into a head scissor. An innovative offense from Torren Flight that's really been a trademark of his entire career.
Yeah, let's face it, physically both these guys are about even as far as size and strength abilities. Where's going to come into play here is the experience of Torren Flight over young Zeke Mercer. Like I said, he's about 19, 20 years old. He's just a kid in a man's world right now.
I believe you legitimately have wrestling boots that are older than Zeke Mercer.
Oh, most definitely.
And look at the leg strength from Torren Flight as he's maintaining control of the head, but he almost got caught with his shoulders down. Nip up from Zeke. Gonna take Torren down to the canvas. Torren gets overzealous, catches 2 feet in the face. Leg sweep. Just gets 1. Torren returns the favor. Finds 2. And poetry in motion here as these two go step for step. And Paul, if you're one of these in-ring athletes, what is your strategy here when you reach a stalemate in the opening moments of this matchup?
Well, what you got to do is you got to regroup, dig deep into your arsenal, because what you've used so far, it hasn't worked out too well. And like I said before, this is where Torren Flight is going to have the advantage, because he's been around a lot longer, and his repertoire is going to be a lot more well-versed than Zeke's is.
Beautiful step-up Rana. And now a tilt-a-whirl satellite head scissor to follow up. That Lucha Libre influence on Torren Flight showing through here. Up and over from the corner. What agility from Torren Flight. So impressive. And I don't think the young Mercer realizes he's not safe out there.
Oh, I think he did. He was a little bit ahead of him on that one.
Now Torren puts on the brakes, avoids the contact, catches Mercer coming through. And that is wise from Torren Flight. Knows he can only win the matchup in the ring. Has the shoulders down for 2.
You know, for being out of the ring for so long, Torren Flight's showing very little ring rust here tonight.
Yeah, you can tell he's been training for this one. Shoots Mercer off here. Got caught with the leg lariat. As this contest tilts toward Mercer, how far can he press forward?
Now you notice how deep he got that arm drag to take over Torren Flight. Just got deep under that armpit and snapped him over.
Absolutely used all of Torren's momentum against him in that juncture. Mercer looking to take a chance. Comes through with the feet. Look out.
And this is where it could be an advantage to Mercer because he's been competing here over the last several months in Fight Society. And like you said, Torren Flight has not been around for a while. So, he's not showing a lot of ring rust, but hey, there's no shape like ring shape when it comes to being in that ring.
Mercer perched up top. Missile drop kick right into the sternum. Finds two, and Paul, you want to talk about fast-paced? All of that took place in just 5 minutes, as we heard from the legendary Hank Hudson.
And if you can tell there, the Torren Flight, you can see that abdomen expanding in and out, trying to get his breath. Like I said, ring shape is totally different. You can do all the stair climbers and treadmills you want, but there's no substitute for being in that ring. And this is where this may come around to Zeke Mercer's favor. The longer this match goes on.
Torren made his way back up to a vertical base, but Mercer was very wise when he cut Flight off and looks to rally again here. Trying to generate even more momentum.
Caught that foot.
Telegraphed it, and Torren made him pay. And here's that aerial style once again. Misdirection from Torren. The aerial artist looked to take a chance, but that's why it's high risk, Paul.
That's it. Zeke Mercer saw what was happening, jumped up with that European uppercut and caught him flush on the chin. Now Mercer's going to try and go up here on the ropes and execute something.
This is very risky here. Mercer gets power bombed out of the corner. And Torren, I believe, may have knocked him out in that exchange.
Yeah, you see that head snap back.
Falcon Arrow puts Mercer to the mat.
He kicks out.
Paul, I'm telling you, and you can speak to it because with your administrative end in the Fight Society, there is an initiative for these young guns to give it everything they have here inside the squared circle of the battlegrounds.
They have to do it because, like I said, we're looking for wins here in Fight Society. Wins matter. If you don't win, you're not climbing that ladder. I don't care who you are. No gifts in Fight Society.
Innovative maneuver there. Could Mercer have it?
Nah, he's just a little too low. He didn't have enough shoulder and chest on that one.
The young Zeke Mercer cannot allow himself to be frustrated. Now is the time to focus in even more, to really zero in, to push the gas.
Torren Flight looking to get his win back here.
Sling blade. And Torren may be making one last rally here. STO puts Mercer on the canvas.
Oh, that was close.
And even through that mask, you can see the expression. You can see the body language.
Yeah.
A lot of frustration from Torren Flight.
Torren Flight could not believe it.
The aerial artist could be going for his playbook.
Torren Flight looking to take flight here.
No water in the pool. Mercer intercepts. And now it's Zeke's chance to swing for the fences. Torren put on the brakes. And a version of the Key Crusher puts him down. And Torren is successful. What a return.
56 seconds. Your winner, Torren Flight.
Paul, as the fight director, I'm going to ask you, does this put Torren Flight back in the Fight Society conversation or what?
Oh, without a doubt, he's going to be in that conversation. But you need more than one win in Fight Society, but he definitely impressed tonight.
No shame for Zeke Mercer. It's matches like that that have progressed the Fight Society into 2019. Young athletes giving everything they have for this sport is what fuels the Fight Society, and that was a hell of a matchup right there.
Introducing the challengers, accompanied by the foreman, Mr. Ronald Starks, and by the man known as Loss Prevention, and a total combined weight of 405 pounds. Here are the challengers, OSHA Incorporated, individually, currently ranked number 13 with 6 fight victories from Atlantic City, New Jersey, Destin, and his partner, currently ranked number 12 with 7 fight victories from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the cornerstone of professional wrestling, Savage.
The venom in this building is very apparent here, Paul.
Oh, this is really annoying. Thank you for killing that.
And now introducing the defending Fight Society Triple Crown Champions, and a total combined weight of 415 pounds. First currently ranked number 16 with 1 fight victory from Lima, Peru. He is the pride of South America, Rayo. And his tag team championship partner, he is also the current PWX Contenders Champion, currently ranked number 2 with 15 fight victories. Out of Mercer, Ohio, he is the master of the neckbreaker, AJ Alexander.
AJ Alexander may have more momentum than just about anybody on the Fight Society roster.
Well, look at him, man. He's got 3 gold belts with him right now. You can say he's definitely at the top of the rank right now with all those championships.
I'm going to tell you what, though, Paul. Rayo and AJ are outnumbered here. Make
Right.
no mistake about it, that goon at ringside, Loss Prevention, is just that, a hired goon to watch the backs of OSHA Incorporated.
And then you got that little weasel Ronnie Starks out there too, the foreman. You never know what he's going to be up to.
I've said it before and I'll say it again, Paul. Somehow Ronnie has managed to cut his size in half but remain just as damn annoying.
Well, I think he's got a little more annoying for every pound he's lost.
Fight Society Tag Championships on the line here. Of course, as we heard in our introductions, Rayo, a native of Lima, Peru, a featured star of the Future of Honor Dojo. So he has been in the ring with and taught by some of the absolute sharpest minds in the sport today. Conversely, AJ Alexander may be the standout of the Fight Society Institute. And these two have found some common ground through those championships.
You don't want none of me, pal. None of my orders today.
And I'm not sure that Rayo really knows what the heck Sandwich is saying to him, and I don't think he cares.
Sandwich better pay attention. Go behind by Rayo. He is a very quick athlete. Will certainly have the speed advantage here. Takes Sandwich down to the canvas. Paul, let me ask you. Rolls the shoulders very briefly. You were primarily a tag team wrestler throughout your 25 years in the ring. AJ and Rayo are a relatively new tag team despite being the champions. They had an opportunity as partners, took advantage of it, and became champions. How does a new team, how do you gel with somebody that you haven't been in the ring with all that much?
Well, they got to keep together. They got to travel down the road. They got to keep getting matches everywhere they can. And they got to remember, hey, you got the gold, you got to keep the gold. It's a lot harder once you're on top of that mountain because everybody's coming after you.
In many respects, Paul, despite being the champions, AJ and Rayo may be the underdogs in a sense here, simply because tag team continuity is completely on the side of OSHA Incorporated.
Well, without a doubt, both these gentlemen have been teaming together for quite some time now. They've won numerous championships outside of the Fight Society, and they're looking to add more gold to their resume here tonight.
And you can just see the skills on display from Rayo. And we are seeing some teamwork from Rayo and AJ, so maybe they have found their pace. Quick tags is certainly a good sign of tag wrestling as well. You can speak to that.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Keep that fresh man in, keep your opponent off balance and off guard.
And they are keeping Destin Vaine stranded in their side of the ring.
Yeah, that classic draw diagonal line from corner to corner and keep your opponent in your half.
And some more tandem offense from the champions sends Destin Vaine to the floor, but I believe that Vaine is still legal.
Yeah, he is, but Sandwich got a double hip toss for his troubles too. Now the big guy collecting up his charges there. Ronnie Stark's calling a timeout, trying to get a huddle together. What do you think they're talking about right now? Personally, I think they're trying to figure out where they're going to eat after this, but that's just me.
I don't want to speculate on such things, Paul. Well, we said from the outset it was a numbers game, and this may be exactly what they were talking about here. Pair of flapjacks. There's some tag team influence.
Without a doubt, the old Midnight Express. Stan and Bobby would be proud.
I wonder what Cornette would say about Sandwich.
I'm not even going there. I can't say it on the air.
Now, wait a minute. We've got another team huddle here, but I don't think Rayo and AJ are going to stand for it.
Nah.
OSHA assaulting the eardrums of the champions.
And now assaulting AJ Alexander on the outside.
Now, PJ Parker has to do something about this.
Well, he did what he had to do, which was first get Rayo out of the ring. Now he's got to turn his attention to OSHA.
Well, AJ's getting mugged on the floor here, and this isn't legal, so I don't know why PJ Parker isn't admonishing OSHA here.
Just enough of distraction for OSHA to get in their licks and take the advantage.
And what we're seeing right here, ring psychology, is exactly what OSHA Incorporated excels at.
Yeah, and like you
Destin
said,
Vaine suckered Rayo in. Sandwich knew exactly when to hit his cue.
yeah, and like you said, PJ Parker got to do his job. Well, right now the job was to keep Rayo from interfering because he's not the legal man.
Well, PJ Parker would need eyes in the back of his head to keep track of 4 members of OSHA Incorporated.
Well, that's very true.
5 minutes, 5 minutes.
Sometimes when it comes to eyes, you don't have a leg to stand on.
I'll tell you what, you think Ronnie Starks is out there just to give strategy. He'll take a cheap shot as soon as he gets the opportunity to do so. AJ hesitated and paid for it.
Just enough of a hesitation.
Too much bravado. I understand he's young and enthusiastic, but you can't do that. You're in there with some dangerous individuals. And that's what I'm talking about, is Ronnie takes that metal case and just decked AJ in the forehead with it.
Yeah, he's not beyond taking a cheap shot here and there, and you saw that right there.
And Ronnie grinning like a Kesher cat on the floor. He's very proud of himself.
And this is where the numbers may be just too great for the champs right now.
Sandwich is just a nasty individual, raking that forearm across the face on the cheekbone.
Yeah, he's going to give him a little welcome to the business, kid.
And grinding again across the nose, the eyes. Sandwich is just a hateful individual.
And AJ Alexander, his nose may be broken at this point. You see the blood coming out of it.
That'll make your eyes water. And you're correct, Paul. Sandwich is drawing blood, which may have awoken AJ Alexander. He knows he's in some serious jeopardy here, as blood continues to pour from the nose. How disorienting can that be? I mean, I'm sure you've had your share of bloody noses, Paul. That can water your eyes, be very disorienting just from a visual perspective.
Exactly. You get hit in the nose like that, right away your eyes begin to water. It's not just the blood flow. That's not really going to do anything. It's going to be more the watery eyes at this point. And AJ Alexander, he looks like he's on Dream Street right now. You know, and AJ and Rayo needed to know that they were coming into here at a huge disadvantage when it comes to OSHA Inc. We've seen the 3 of them now. Now they've added this 4th loss prevention guy out here, and who knows what kind of impact he's going to have on this before it's all over.
You know, Paul, I'm going to say it. OSHA Incorporated are just disgusting.
Oh, we may have an ORI here before it's all over.
But this is the patented teamwork of OSHA. Down across the lumbar region, AJ has pain etched on his face, blood running from his nose, and the tag titles could be in real peril right here.
Oh yeah, the challengers are feeling themselves right now.
You can see AJ still reaching for that nose. That blood has to be distracting. Jumping knee right on the chin.
He nailed Sandwich with that one, and now Sandwich is a little disoriented. Not quite sure where he's at this point. AJ's got to get over and make a tag to Rayo.
This is pivotal here. AJ has to make the tag to Rayo.
And there's that tag team continuity again.
Rayo hits the floor. Sandwich able to derail AJ. And this may be a matter of time.
Yeah, he just drove him into that post shoulder first. You can dislocate or separate a shoulder very easily doing that.
Rayo's incensed. He doesn't care anymore, and I don't blame him.
Nah, he's watched his partner literally get beat bloody in this contest so far, and he's taking all he can, but right now, he's not helping his partner. PJ Parker's got to get him out of the ring, and that's leaving OSHA open to just take him to him right out on the floor.
AJ being absolutely mugged on the concrete. recovered just in time. That's no accident, but AJ thankfully realizes where he was, able to get to the ropes to cause a break, but it could be academic from here, Paul.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know how much AJ Alexander has left. If he does not get to Rayo to make a tag here shortly, it's just going to be a matter of time before we have new champions.
10 minutes gone, 10 minutes.
And I'm not sure why PJ Parker is allowing both members of OSHA in the ring right now. Spine buster from AJ, who needs to make a tag if he's even aware of where he is at this moment in time.
He's got to get over to Rayo right now. They have any chance of retaining, he has got to make the tag right here and right now.
This crowd trying to rally the master of the neck breaker to make that tag. Whoa,
Wait a minute.
What the hell was that?
Did Rayo just short arm him? What the hell is he talking about? Rayo is walking out on AJ Alexander.
And what the hell is this about?
This match isn't over yet. AJ Alexander is out here by himself.
Well, what explanation do we have here?
I can't understand the guy. He talks a different language. I failed Spanish in high school.
Well, AJ is, the adrenaline rush is only going to last for so long. So if he wants to make it out of this matchup in one piece, now is the time to do it.
And you want to talk about it?
He's fighting by himself.
Yeah, you want to talk about a numbers game now. This is the ultimate numbers game. You got 4-on-1 right now. And here comes Starks up onto that.
And there's the goon, lost prevention.
What's going on here?
This guy's like 6'5", Paul.
Look out! AJ Alexander is out cold right now.
4-on-1. Are you kidding me? Come on.
We've got new champs.
11 minutes, 52 seconds. Your winners in the brand new Fight Society Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, OSHA Incorporated.
We're gonna let this stand?
It was a legal match. I can't help it that Rayo walked out on his partner. We had to have a finish. There must be a winner in Fight Society. Jim, you know that. I made that announcement from the inception of Fight Society.
I understand that, but the guy's partner just hightailed it out of here.
Well, shame on him for picking a bad partner. I mean, obviously there was some kind of language barrier going on, and now the lights are out.
What is going on?
I don't know.
Does anybody want to tell me what's going on?
Oh, that's what's going on.
Well, Chambers and Shadow are in the ring, but this isn't a matchup.
No, it's not.
And this goon is in the ring as well. Shadow has no idea that he's being targeted right here.
Yeah, I think he's about to realize he just may have made the worst mistake of his life.
Shadow's about 250, and he just got ragdolled by this monster.
Well, they call him loss prevention, and right now it looks like he just prevented the loss.
I can't believe we have to let this stand. These guys are champions.
There has to be a winner in Fight Society. Has to be. There's nothing I can do about the fact that Rayo decided to walk out on AJ Alexander. Fight Society means a winner in every fight. So yeah, it's got to stand as it is.
They look like a damn softball team out here.
Once again, your brand new Fight Society Triple Crown Tag Team Champions, OSHA Incorporated.
It legitimately pains me to say it, but OSHA Incorporated are champions. And this tag division has been completely turned upside down in one night.
It looks like we lost a team and gained a team all in one shot.
One of the most macabre but most talented in Christian Noir, and the West Virginia Roughneck, Zach Hunter, looking to reestablish themselves. Brohemoth, Danny Abel. As unique a combination as I believe we've seen in quite some time.
You want to talk about opposites attract? That's exactly what we got here tonight.
Fight Society action continuing here. Friday Night Fights, round 3, September 13th of 2019. My name is Jim Lamada. He's the fight director, Paul Atlas. As Noir and Zach Hunter march forward to put themselves in championship contention, and Abel right out of the box going for the pinfall.
And Hunter and Noir trying to get back into that title contention, trying to get back to the top of that ladder. They are both former champions in the tag team division.
Paul, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I believe that Christian Noir has yet to really scratch the surface of his potential in the wrestling business. An extremely talented athlete.
There's no two ways about that. This man has a lot of talent and a lot of sadistic qualities about him that's going to make him go far in this business. And Christian Noir needs to not worry right now about Brohemoth, but take care of the business in front of him, which is Danny Abel.
Danny Abel, the self-proclaimed superhero. This guy believes that he's got some power, Paul.
Well, what that power is, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, he believes in himself, that's for sure.
A lot of self-motivation, a lot of self-belief, and it's paying off here. That's one thing you can say about Abel. He's one flew over the cuckoo's nest goofy. However, he can get it done in there because he believes in himself.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Tagging to Zach Hunter, who had a very competitive matchup against former Fight Society champion Patrick Hayes last month.
Nice teamwork there, and by the former champs, because that's exactly what they are. They are former tag team champions here in Fight Society.
Hunter could be another one of those guys that's really just scratching the surface with how good he could truly be.
Oh, you definitely don't want to sleep on Zach Hunter.
However, we've seen Abel is technically sound. He does have an amateur wrestling background. Brohemoth, not exactly quite as technical as Danny Abel.
No, he's not. We've compared him at times to a young Shane Taylor, that's for sure, with the way this man can hit.
Huge Mafia kick, and one shot from Brohemoth can change a matchup completely. All raw power from Big Brohemoth. And that was wise from Zach Hunter.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out the way Bro thought it would.
Bro gave him a shout out, and Zach Hunter listened. He got the hell out of Dodge. Hunter charges. Bro avoided the contact, but Zach Hunter did not as he bounces off the canvas again.
Now he's going for it again. That time he caught it.
Drove all the air out of Zach Hunter, hooks that leg. Too early in the contest. Now, Paul, again, I'm going to ask you, when it comes to tag team strategy, how the hell are Abel or Brohemoth going to be on the same page?
Yeah, they haven't really been a team together. They've kind of helped each other out here in the past, but not really a team. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this match.
Noir mocking Brohemoth, but they're putting some punishment on the big man.
Yeah, George needs to get one of these guys out of the ring here.
And Zach Hunter is unapologetic, man.
He's taking full advantage of the referee's count there, that's for sure.
I think referee George was a little intimidated, and I don't blame him.
Well, yeah.
Zach Hunter does not seem like the most well-balanced individual.
Oh, he's backwoods crazy, that's for sure. I mean, in Hunter and Noir, you have just that. Two different styles of sadistic and crazy. You got Hunter, who's from the hills of West Virginia, and you got that Bayou bully, the Bayou Scarecrow, Christian Noir. And that's a whole nother world down there, man.
Noir has a PhD in mind games. And you want to talk about being able to inflict damage. Noir launching himself upward to bring down more momentum on the headbutt using his own skull as a weapon.
Christian Noir will use every part of his body as a weapon to get the job done. He doesn't give a damn what he does. He's just out to hurt you.
In Tag Team Strategy 101, Noir neutralizes Brohemoth, allows Zach Hunter to make the clean tag. And look at Hunter trying to rearrange the facial features of Brohemoth. That is nasty.
Use everything to your advantage when you can have the advantage.
He was clawing at the face. And it's very rare that we see Brohemoth in this much jeopardy, but you got two very dangerous athletes in there. Referee George has to assert some authority here.
Yeah, he needs to get some control over his match.
Abel's upset. I don't blame him, but he's doing Brohemoth no favors here as he catches 2 feet from both sides of the jaw.
Abel wisely getting in there to break that count up and save this match for his team.
Brohemoth is totally on Dream Street.
Yeah, they've got the big man down like we've never seen him down before.
And again, I'm going to beg George, how about you get one man in, one man out, George?
Yeah, you got to get a little control here, referee.
Brohemoth trying to fight his way back here and create some separation. But will that be enough separation to get Brohemoth to Danny Abel?
He's got to get over there and make the tag right now. Both Zach Hunter and Christian Noir looking a little glassy-eyed right now after those big hits from the big man.
Noir latches onto the ankle, going to try to prevent Brohemoth from getting any further here.
Zach Hunter using Bro as a stepping stone to launch Danny Abel off that apron.
And it's simple numbers here. It's 2-on-1.
Yeah, Abel's down on the floor right now.
This could be a grounds for a disqualification. I'm not trying to throw George under the bus, but come on here. We've had two guys in the ring for way longer than a 5 count. Oh, Abel looks hurt.
Yeah, he got knocked straight to that concrete floor out here at the Battlegrounds. He took a heavy shot when he went down.
Abel trying to shake the cobwebs, and that could not bode well for the team of Brohemoth or Abel, because if Abel's not able to pick up where Brohemoth left off, this may be a short matchup.
And even when Bro does get over there to make the tag, how much help is he going to be should Abel get in trouble? Yeah, the strategy here by Hunter and Noir showing you just why they are former champions.
And man, Zach Hunter, like a sadistic surgeon, meticulously going to try to pick apart Brohemoth, chop the knee out.
And you notice that Zach Hunter puts himself between Brohemoth and Danny Abel until Christian Noir can get in there.
Absolutely, a literal roadblock to that tag.
Again, using that full count to their advantage. Now Noir just gnawing on Brohemoth.
Paul, is he trying to bite his ear?
A la Mike Tyson.
Noir like a crazy cannibal in there, going to try to gnaw at the flesh of his opponents. This is disgusting.
And once again, doubling up is Hunter and Noir.
Brohemoth puts on the brakes. Bro got them both over, but you can see just the exhaustion is written all over his face.
Yeah, if these two guys have any chance of winning this match, Brohemoth needs to get to Danny Abel right now.
10 minutes gone, 10 minutes.
Abel trying to alert Brohemoth, letting him know how close he is to that tag.
He's got it. And here comes Danny Abel. The proverbial house of fire now. Knocking down Hunter, knocking down Noir. Back to Hunter.
Abel excels with momentum, and we're seeing him put the pedal to the metal here. Beautiful overhead throw, launches Noir.
But again, to my point earlier, how much help is Brohemoth going to be now after the beating he took?
You're correct, Paul. Abel may be on his own here. Spike Noir to the canvas. And still, they're back to a 2-on-1 scenario.
Brohemoth now trying to get to his feet to kind of help out here.
What has Brohemoth got in mind?
Hunter out the back door, launches Brohemoth into his partner, Danny Abel. Catches him with that crescent kick.
This is chaos, Paul. Everything is broken down here. All four athletes in the ring.
They got the big bro over that time. Danny Abel kind of hung up there in the ropes. I don't know, is he trying to climb the ropes? Is he trying to run for cover? I don't know what he's doing right now.
Abel quite literally diving into the pile to break that one. Paul, who's legal?
I have no clue at this point. Hunter just tossed out of the ring unceremoniously by Danny Abel. Abel still wobbly himself.
Well, we've got anarchy in the battlegrounds because I don't know who's legal.
Hey, we always said we wanted a good fight, and we're getting them here tonight, that's for sure.
Bro catches Noir. Unique tag team maneuver from Bro and Abel that will get the win.
It is time 12 minutes, 20 seconds. Your winners from the team of Abel and Bro-heem.
That spilled out everywhere. But one way or another, Abel and Brohemoth are proving to be a formidable team here in the Fight Society.
One more notch step closer to those tag team championships are Brohemoth and Danny Abel. But I'll tell you what, Zach Hunter and Christian Noir definitely took the fight to him tonight. I know we haven't heard the last of these two guys either. What have we here? Zach Hunter pushing away Christian Noir.
Some dissension between Hunter and Noir. Team Fear, we saw it dissolve earlier with Scarlett departing a few months ago.
And now these two guys having words.
Noir and Zach Hunter may be collectively and individually at a crossroads in their respective careers.
Oh, there they are holding the ropes open for one another. Maybe they're going to get back on the same page here.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.